Hello, hello, and welcome once again. J76NY here, and we are back with our Union efforts to squelch the Southern Rebellion in Grand Tactician, the Civil War. This is our Union campaign, obviously. Before we get started, I want to make a quick channel note for those of you who don't watch the War on the Sea series. Number one, why not? It's a fun game and a fun series. Number two, if you haven't watched that, I am going to be taking a first look at a couple of new games this Steam Next Fest is on, where they highlight some of the upcoming games. I've got a couple on my wish list that the demos were released. The first one is a World War II city rebuilder, where you basically enact the Marshall Plan and rebuild cities, so I'm going to be taking a look at that. And the second one is a political simulator called I Am Your President. The political simulator is a 10-turn demo, so I'm going to be taking a look at that too. That's going to be coming up this week. I'm going to try and get some of those up, in addition to the regular series that I have going, this Grand Tactician series, War on the Sea, Unity of Command, and Suzerain. So, should be an interesting week. Back to July 26, 1861, in our Civil War playthrough here. We had a defeat over here in Staunton with McClellan. He is running away. We've got several armies. Here's McClellan here running away. In Virginia, several armies are going to be challenging us pretty soon. A couple of them are very concerning, like this 30,000 Army of the Northwest. We got 20,000 here with the Army of the Potomac. We do have the Department of Pennsylvania hanging out over here. We could move them over to support the Army of Northeastern Virginia. I think that's what I'm going to do, so we're going to get them moving. And hopefully they can get there in time, because I think our army here is going to come into contact with them fairly quick. We do have the Army of the Potomac with 20,000. I don't want to send them against the 30,000 in the Army of the Northwest just yet, because I'm sure these guys are going to come into play. But in terms of what we have on this side of the river, that's it. We've got the Army of the Shenandoah that's still forming up. They're going to be 37,000 strong. We do have still the Army of Maine making its way down. They're not that big, but we will add them to one of our armies down here. We've got the Army of New York still forming up. Navy-wise, I'm going to be adding some ships to our Atlantic blockading squadron. That's not what I wanted to do. 74 guns, 50 guns. We're going to add one ship of the line. And a sloop of war with 9 guns to the Atlantic blockading squadron. Gulf blockading squadron, they're still getting ready. And out in the west, we have the Army of the West, which is building a supply depot here. Got the Department of the West moving down. Missouri State Guard is in the area. They have 8,000. There's 19,000 here, so I don't think there's going to be much resistance from them. But down here we have the the Western Army with 21,000. Plans are to move these guys over to Memphis, but we're going to have to deal with them eventually, and probably the Army of Tennessee over here. So we've given our orders to our army to move. Let's check our policies before we hit play. We are working on print notes. That's 19 days out. Let's see, Militia Act 4, Military 2. Military 2 is probably going to be what I go to next. That'll allow me to form independent corps, which will be very handy going forward. So let's hope that the Department of Pennsylvania can make it over here in time to back up the Army of Northeastern Virginia, because with all these guys in this area, I don't think they stand much of a chance. So we're going to hit play and see what happens. We've got the Army of the Shenandoah moving up. No action against slavery. Okay, they are moving, so let's move them down. Probably should build some telegraph lines. They are moving up now. Okay. So our Army of the West, well, here we go, is actually going to get into a conflict with the Missouri State Guard. It says we only have 8,000 men in the Army of the West. Charles Sanford versus Sterling Price. Units with low morale. Let's take a look at that. Looks like we may be fighting a defensive battle. I'm not much on defensive battles. I tend to just go. So we are going to play the battle and see how we do. Batesville, Arkansas. Okay, 11,000 men against 5,000. Batesville, Arkansas. The Western Campaign kicks off. All right. Fly state of our army is outstanding. The enemy army is green and determined. Let's take a look at our objectives. Duryville Road, which is over here. And where would we be? We are up here. So we're going to have to move on the objective. It looks like probably come right through this town. Okay, the Army of the West. Try and deploy them all on this side of the river. Don't want them up that high. All right, there we go. Now they did update the game, so there may be some changes as to how things go. It looks like we've got a division of infantry, 2 divisions of infantry. This guy with nothing. This guy with nothing. A division of cavalry and a whole division of artillery. Okay, so for our artillery, going to unlimber them. 4th Division of cavalry, we're going to detach them. Okay, detach. Okay. Hit play and see what we can do here. Oh, we are attacking. Okay. Let's get our cavalry moving. Let's get them in marching column. Move them down. Okay, this guy with 0 men is the one with low morale, so that shouldn't be an issue. Okay, our cavalry looks like they're moving out. Let's give a general order to everybody else to follow. Speed things up a little bit. Let's see if we've seen anything from the enemy yet. Not yet. All right, everybody's starting to move. Except for our cavalry. Which should be leading the way. But we're going to get them out in front. Kind of curious to see how the full division of artillery is going to work out. I think this is the first time I've ever taken a separate division of artillery into battle. Okay, what are these guys doing up here? I guess they decided not to do anything. 2nd Division. You move out. So we're going to have to give that order separately. Not sure why they would just not move out. Oh, here we go. We've got our 2 division commanders with nobody leading the way. Very brave of them. So far we haven't sighted the enemy. Now they could be coming in from down here or down here. So I'm going to pause until we find this and get back to you once we have engaged the enemy or located them. Okay, so we did manage to take Duryville Road, the objective, without sighting the enemy yet. I'm kind of curious as to where they could be. I'm moving the rest of my forces. We've got infantry and artillery, or infantry coming down here and over here as well. I'm going to set up my artillery on this road, or this hill here. We're going to continue scouting out with our cavalry. Still haven't seen anybody. They could be coming up this way. I've been thinking about if they come at us from here, we could possibly set up on Green Mountain. But it's getting close to the end of the day, and we haven't seen them yet. So this is probably going to end with us redeploying. Strangely enough, we have a minor defeat, even though we outnumber them, and we have the objective point. So let's see what the end of the day brings and the redeployment. Okay, so we have encountered them. They are setting up position on the other side of these woods. Right now we've got our cavalry sitting on the objective point. What we are going to do is dismount our cavalry and, at least in terms of fighting the enemy right now, we are going to take on these skirmishers that they've got set up. We've got our infantry coming down the road here. Our commanders are way in the rear, so we're going to move them up a little bit. Get them up towards the front. Have these guys set up in a battle line. Let's see, where do I want to set them up? Them set up right here. Then our infantry over here. We are going to put our artillery, see a good spot for our artillery right here. And we are going to number them. Now they can't see the enemy because they're in woods, unfortunately, but once they get into position, hopefully they get a better sight of them. And you guys, have you come over here. Alright, so they are firing on our cavalry with their skirmishers. Let's get you moved in to hit the skirmishers. Do a little bit of damage before the end of the day, hopefully. Looks like they are rushing up to take on our cavalry. Kind of want to pull them out. Alright, we'll have our artillery focus on this full brigade here. These guys are still coming down the road. Let's have them set up. Right here. Not very helpful that our commander is so far back. I don't know why he was hanging back like that. Nope. Well, so far our cavalry hasn't obeyed our order, so let's get our infantry now moving up into position. Get them up here. Okay, one of our cavalry units is already broken. Have you rally. They're not actually obeying our orders, so They got shoved off by a detachment. Okay, so we're going to have our lead brigade here at this division. Come in on the looks like we lost another another brigade of cavalry. It's not very helpful. Cavalry commander has been wounded in action. Okay. Oh, there he is, hiding underneath there. We're going to be hitting him from both sides. Okay. Why is our division commander still way out here? Get up into the fight. Okay, these guys are marching. I don't really know if they have line of sight into these woods, so... that could be a problem. Okay, advance. Alright, we are breaking them at a pretty steady pace here. Other division isn't even going to get into the action, it looks like. It's almost 8 o'clock at night. Fighting in the woods. And not surprisingly, our one of our cavalry brigades broke. Rally, even though you don't have any, you don't have a commander, so. Alright, looks like we're doing fairly good here. Alright, enemy is retreating. We have 58 minutes to cause as much damage as possible. Cavalry. Mount up. Mount up. Okay, we're going to have you hit him. Actually, considering you are facing here, we're going to have you hit him. Have you come over here. You hit him. Hit him. Him. We'll just all attack the same the brigade here. Okay, these guys want you to move in and charge. Charge. Let's see if we can turn this into a major victory. We need the morale for sure. Yeah, these guys don't appear to want to charge. Are they mounted or not? Yeah, they're mounted. Not following orders to charge though. Well, would be charging through trees. So we'll just give them an order to attack. Alright, it's a major victory. Okay, continue pressing the attack. Let's have this whole division. What's our artillery doing? Anything? Nope. Alright, well you guys, it's alright if you didn't want to participate. That's fine. That's fine. Artillery support's overrated. Okay, let's see what we can do. Can we charge in with these guys? Charge. We'll just keep hitting them with everybody we have. Don't think they're going to charge. Oh, maybe they are. I think we've kind of given up on the attack here. They're all running away. Okay, major victory. Speed things up a little bit. Well, here's some artillery over here. I don't know if we can get in some hits on them before the end of the battle. Probably not. There it is. End of battle. Alright, so the first battle of our Western campaign happened in Batesville, Arkansas. We lost 903 out of 11,000, none of our guns. They lost 1,300 out of 5,000. Kind of a small battle, but that's alright. It was a major victory for us, so there we go. The first battle of our Western campaign. Hopefully it'll be as successful follow-ups that we have coming up. Let's see, they didn't lose a full percentage point of morale. Oh, Colonel de Cesanola became famous and an inspiration for his men. Good job, Colonel. Something I want to do once we get back to the campaign map is look at some of my armies in the east. I want Grant in charge of an army, not a brigade or a division. See what we can do about promoting someone. Colonel D. Cesnola becomes a national hero. Let's find him. Okay, they have a perk available, so let's see. Give them ambulance corps. Alright. So where are you, Colonel? There he is. Okay, Colonel, you are now a general. There you go. And we are going to replace you. Oh. We're going to replace you with Oliver Green. And then promote him to Lieutenant Colonel. Okay. And then we're going to find... Let's see. How is him? His stats: insignificant, active, distinguished, mediocre. Skilled in diversion. Einzelman. He's a rising star, so... Little known, cautious. Alright, so we are going to replace you with Luigi. Give you a division. Okay, Department of the West. We're still moving down here. Missouri State Guard. Let's have these guys build a supply depot. And put that right there. Okay, moving over to the east. Let's take a look here. I'm looking for Grant. Find him here. There's Sherman. He is current command 3rd Brigade of the 1st Division. Or a way to... Here we go. Grant. Grant is 1st Division of the Army of the Potomac. Right, so we're going to replace you. Oh my lord. Oh. Wow. We are not going to replace you. Let's change that. Oh, hang on. There we go. Okay, we're going to replace you with... Gonna replace you with... Oh, he's wounded. Shit. That sucks. Little known, cautious, like skilled administrator, infantry. Apparently we can't replace Grant. Maybe helpful if we were in the right screen, wouldn't it? Okay, here's Grant here. So we are going to replace you with General Plummer, who has no face. And then we are going to go to the Army of the Shenandoah. And we are going to replace General Burns with Ulysses S. Grant. Alright, I think that's what I want to do for now. Let's take a look, see Army of the Potomac, 20,000. We're still waiting on some units to arrive here. Yeah, our problem is down here. Army of Northeast Virginia, 18,000. I'm hesitant to do anything with McClellan here, but he does need more men, so let's see if we can recruit another division of infantry for him. Out of Kentucky. That's going to take forever to get them there. All right. See if we can upgrade their weapons. Nope. Okay, there's one. Another infantry brigade. Alright, well, it's a small brigade, but it is what it is. 19 days until they get here. McClellan. I don't know if any of our brigades have seen enough action yet to get any perks, so that is what we are going to do for now. I really need these guys to get ready. Come on, Grant. Get your boys ready to fight. Alright, so they are warming up one day. Yeah, we're not gonna be too bad. Probably start moving them down once their readiness gets up there. Army of the Potomac and the Army of the Shenandoah will be on the east of the river, with the Department of Ohio, the Army of Northeast Virginia, and the Department of Pennsylvania on the west. They've got this unit down here to deal with, so I don't think that'll be much of a problem. Let's check on our boys up in New York. Still waiting. They've got quite the time. Nobody wants to come to New York. Imagine that. But I think that's going to do it for this episode of our Union campaign. First successful battle in the West. So, go us. It was a major victory as well. Anyway, if you like the episode, hit the like button. If you want to follow along through the campaign, hit that subscribe. Like I said, I'm going to be taking a first look at a couple new games, and I'll probably try and get that up this week sometime in addition to my regular content of War on the Sea, this Grand Tactician campaign, Unity of Command, and Suzerain. So leave your thoughts, tips, and advice in the comments below as always. Thank you very much for watching. J76NY saying, have yourself a very good day.